everyone. So in this video, we're actually going to do a 14-hour Revlon Colorstay review. So in this video, I'm going to start from the beginning of the day and I'm going to take you through checking in various times to see how this foundation holds up. So this foundation has been around forever. I've literally been wearing it for a long time, at least a year, probably more, but I've never really worn it for a long period of time because on the bottle it says that it's a 24-hour wear foundation. So I don't have it on for 24 hours, but I did manage to have it on for 14 hours. So we're really going to put it to the test. I have super oily skin. It's not even like combination skin. I'm just oily everywhere. So we're going to put it to the test. So let's get started. Okay, so let's get started with the Revlon Colorstay. So I don't know if I'm going to mention this in the intro, but I'm using the combination oily skin. This one is cappuccino. So first, I'm going to prime my face. I'm going to do this side of my face with primer, and we're going to compare how it lasts. So I'm going to use the Cover FX Mattifying Primer with Acne Treatment, Anti-Acne Treatment. And I got this as that little sample size, you know, when you're waiting in line at Sephora and they have like all these samples like all right by where you check out. And I'm a sucker. I always pick something up. So I'm just going to do this side of my face with primer. I feel like I haven't sat down and actually talked to you guys in so long. I've been doing so many voiceovers and I've been trying different things with editing. So let me know what you think of those newer videos. I like it. I like editing. I have fun with doing it. So, but it's nice sometimes just to sit down and talk to you guys. Even though I'm just talking to a camera, I feel like I'm talking to friends. All right, so this side of the face has primer on it. This side will have no primer on it. I have nothing on my face right now, just some moisturizer that I used. So let's go in with the foundation. So this is the Combo Oily Skin Cappuccino. It says 24 hours. We will put it to the test. Your skin foundation review, and I'll link that video down below. My mom was watching it and she's like, yeah, you tell us what time it is and that you had it on for 8 hours, but how do we know? You didn't show us the time. So I'm going to download a clock, Mom. I'm going to put the time up so you can see that I'm telling the truth. So I'm downloading a clock, so let's start putting the foundation on. So to put the foundation on, I'm going to use this Real Techniques foundation brush. It just says it's a face brush, but I use it as a foundation brush. I'm still trying to decide if I really like it. I feel like it picks up too much of the product when I put it on. Like when I use my MAC foundation brush or my Sigma F80, I feel like it doesn't pick up the product on the brush and it disperses it nicely on the skin. And I feel like this one just sucks up like all of my foundation, but I'm still going to give it a try. So I'm sure a lot of you have seen this before. As you know, it doesn't come with a pump. Most drugstore foundations don't come with a pump. It's kind of annoying. Sometimes I just buy my own pump because you see, like when you pour it out, you just get so much. And many of you know the consistency of this. If you don't, it does kind of move. It's kind of liquidy, but it's not like super runny. And I know I love this foundation. It's just, I've never really worn it for a long period of time. I've only worn it for maybe like 3 or 4 hours throughout the day. So I'm going to try to keep this on as long as I possibly can today to show you how it wears throughout the day. So remember, this side is the side with the primer. This one is no primer. All right, so now that I've got that on, let's do some highlighting and contouring. So to contour, I'm going to use my Blackberry bronzer from, where is this from? This is from Rite Aid. I think it's from Black Radiance, and I'm just using my e.l.f. eye brush. This is actually supposed to be for your eyes, but I like that it's a slanted brush. It's goes slanted outward and the bristles become longer, and I love to do that to carve out my nose. blush since we're entering springtime. I'm going to use this Milani blush in Red Venus. Okay, so the time is now 10:43 a.m. So I'm going to try to keep this on for as long as I can. I have to go do some errands. I'm going to go have lunch after work, blah, blah, blah. So I have to do all that stuff. I'm going to try to keep this on as long as possible. I'm going to go do the rest of my makeup, and I will check back with you soon. Bye. So it's now 2:49 p.m. So that would mean I'd have it on for 4 hours so far, and I have to say I'm pretty impressed. Now, as I've told you guys many times, I am so oily. Very, very oily. So if you're seeing this and you're like, man, she looks kind of shiny, like I'm usually 10 times worse than this, I definitely like the side better with the primer, because I usually have really large pores. My pores look smaller. I feel like the makeup hasn't come off as much on the side here, and I'm a lot less shiny on the side where we put the primer. The makeup is still on the side where there's no primer. Like, you can still see the blush, you can still see the highlight, still on the forehead. It's doing a pretty good job. This is the drugstore foundation, and it stayed everywhere. It's still on the side with no primer, and it's still on the side with the primer. I haven't touched up, I haven't blotted, I haven't used any power, and we're at I haven't used any powder, and we're at 4 hours. So that's pretty awesome. I'm a little shiny, but for me, like, this is pretty good. So I am very much pleased, especially considering this is only $12, and that Dior foundation that I spent $50 on the side with no primer just was like coming off right in this area here. But that Dior foundation, the side with the primer, it did stay on. But we're not talking about that one. That's just an FYI. I'll link that video below if you want to check it out. But I'm pretty impressed, guys. So I'm going to check back in again. The next time you see me will probably be in the evening. So we're at 4 hours now, and I'll see you again soon. Bye. Oh, there. Okay, so the time is now officially 12:33 a.m., my friends. Remember, we started this video at what, 10:40 something a.m. So it's now, let me put it up closer. Sorry, I'm getting a text. So the time is now 12:33 a.m. the next day. I officially pushed it to the limit. I'm so ready to take this makeup off. I went to a concert. I went out to lunch. I went out to dinner. I ate. I was in the sun. It was hot. It was like 90 degrees today. And I have to tell you guys, I am like seriously impressed. So let's do a close-up so I can see. So I can definitely tell you that it definitely wears better on the side where we put the primer. The pores are smaller. I'm a lot less oily on this side. But even on the side where I didn't put the primer, it did start to fade. But I mean, come on, we're going into the 14th hour. The 14th hour, like I just noticed maybe around the 10th to 12th hour. 10th to 12th? 10th to 12th hour that it started to fade, like right down here in the neck area. But everywhere else, this has stayed put. Even on the side with the non-primer, with there's no primer, it hasn't moved. Like, I still have blush on. You can still see my highlight. You can still see the nose contour. The eyeshadow has creased, of course, but I don't care. No matter what eyeshadow I use, just because I'm so oily, it's going to crease. Like, that's just the way it's going to be for me in my life. I understand why this foundation is so popular and has, like, standed the test. Standed? What? I need to go to sleep. It's 12:33 a.m. I have to be up at 5. I just need to go to sleep. I can understand why this foundation is so popular and lasted for so long. That's what I'm trying to say. So definitely this is a thumbs up. I will be using this for years. I hope they never get rid of it because I am an oily girl. This thing is still all over my face. It's held up the highlight. It's held up the blush. Definitely love it, especially for the price. So hopefully you all found this helpful, and I will see you next time. I'm going to wash this stuff off my face and freaking go to bed because I'm ready to take it off. Bye.